little bit.
Ah, c'est bon, ça marche.
Ouais.
Un petit peu, mais...
But I think the key thing that I haven't done here is that I think wind protection works a lot better when there's already a bit of air around the microphone, right? And in this case, the fur is just sticking directly to the mic, and that's not correct. Like in a Rycoat, you've got air.
Yeah.
That's why it works. There's space. If you just shove the fur directly against the F416 and blew into it, it would do nothing. And that's essentially the same thing as this. You're just sticking a layer of fabric, making it a bit more muffled, but it's not necessarily. It's doing some work, but you need air between that and the mic to have the full effect.
And
So
actually the fur is on the other side, so
yeah,
the wind would come from the
From this side.
Yeah.
where you
that's
stand.
right. So it's actually coming right through through there. So what I would like to try is if I just take that off there, keep the stick, keep that on you, take that off. I'll just use a black one because this one's slightly shorter. So you can kind of put it there, and now I've got that, and now I can put a COS11 cap on there.
Okay.
Right, now that creates a bit of air around the mic. Now let's just pin it back here. Like that. And now you can do the same thing again. But this time what I'll do is I'm going to use a soft circle. It's a little bit lower profile, but I find these work really well. It's like a sort of a silk around, like you know, on a Rycoat, if you don't want full fur, you just have that kind of cotton sheet, and that's like it creates less of a high boost loss, essentially. So again, I'll make a little sticky-o. And then I usually use it with the furry side facing out rather than the furry side facing in. Stick that down. The benefit with this is it's got a bit of stretch, so that can then. So I think I would start by sort of sticking it kind of well to the side there, and I just sort of stretch it over the end of the capsule, stretch it down like that, and that's kind of just giving it a little bit. That will do a surprising amount extra, just that little bit of extra, because this is quite tightly woven fabric. So that will actually help provide a little bit of extra wind protection. And you can see how it's stretching in the middle to sort of give, yeah. And that's that. So let's have a listen to that, see if that's any better than the previous rig. And again, a costume would be happy with that. Totally don't see that. Okay, special effect.
Je parle un petit peu.
Perfect.
C'est bon ça? Je me tourne un peu. Quand même les bons vents là.
C'est ça.
Is it
As
coming?
well,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
much nice, what?
Works better than the other one?
Do you want to do a little bit of walking around and see how much scratch we might
Yeah,
get
I'm
now?
gonna walk around.
I don't think I placed it quite as well. It's sort of a little bit lower. Obviously, you can lower it and make it more covered.
Ça marche?
Yes.
Works.
The disc that you put on that, how does it react with the tape when you take off the tape? Is it trashed or can you?
No, the circle you can reuse. So you could take that off, and well, okay. So maybe I could remove the tape from the circle and reuse the circle, because obviously, yeah. Now I could reuse that, even though it looks a little bit mangled. It will. That's still reusable. And this is hypoallergenic. Yeah. So that was actually a shorter. That was a shorter version than this. See, this is long. So that one allows you space to put the cap on the end, and that one doesn't, basically. So yeah.
Why is it shorter? Because it's the black version, or
It's just
it's a different.
It's a different version. I think it's just called a different name. They've got them in the shop outside.
Okay.
So that one's. We actually pulled these from the shelf because I lost them in my kit. But yeah, That's just a shorter version of that, and I believe that the reason it's shorter is because of
To allow the
To allow this.
exactly. Yeah.
But we can maybe cut our.
Mm,
No,
No.
no, no.
No.
No, they're glued on, and it would break.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you use DPAs, they also have a version for DPAs as well, like this, which is got the
For the first.
Oh yeah.
yeah. But I don't think, but you can't do the same thing with a gag.
Yeah, there's
It's-
no
yeah.
cap like that.
Yeah.
For DPA.
So those are pretty cool. Is there anything else you'd like to do with this shirt, or do you want to move on to something else, like a jacket or a hat or a hair rig or something?
Yeah, jacket. Let's put a jacket over that.
Yeah, we can
Jacket
try
like
that. Just this rig with the jacket.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright.